Finland joins NATO's nuclear exercise for the first time, strengthening defense capabilities. United States becomes Finland's largest export market amid tech industry challenges. Tensions rise between Israeli army and UN peacekeepers in Lebanon. Finland faces lawsuit over energy regulations as Caruna investors sue under ECT. Finland participates for the first time in NATO's nuclear exercise, which takes place today, aiming to enhance its defense capabilities and strengthen its role in the alliance's nuclear policy. The 2-week steadfast noon exercise involves dozens of aircraft from member nations, including Finland's F-18 Hornet fighter jets. Finland's participation in this exercise sends a strong message, affirming its readiness to contribute actively to NATO's nuclear policy. The exercise primarily takes place in the North Sea region and the airspace over Denmark and the United Kingdom. The United States has become Finland's largest export market, even as the technology industry faces difficulties. Although the value of new orders fell by 15% in the second quarter compared to last year, some companies continue to thrive. A prime example is Tasowheel, a company based in Tampere that specializes in producing gears and shafts for various vehicles, including Koenigsegg supercars. CEO Roman Mrtekev emphasized the importance of direct exports abroad, which have helped the company navigate domestic challenges. Around 50% of Tasowheel's revenue comes from exports to markets like the US, Sweden, and Germany. Moreover, Finland's entry into NATO has boosted the country's image in the eyes of the US, creating significant opportunities for Finnish businesses. According to Simo Laatinen, director of Captorini Limited, it is crucial for Finnish companies to be bold in seeking new customers, especially in the US market, to succeed in today's globalized world. Security tensions in Lebanon are escalating, leading to strained relations between the Israeli army and the United Nations peacekeeping force UNIFIL. The Israeli army has been accused of deliberately attacking the peacekeeping forces' positions. According to Commander Zakar Honker-Nen, Israel is always aware of the peacekeeping forces' locations. However, Israel has requested that the peacekeepers withdraw from the combat zone, citing the risk that Hezbollah might take them hostage. Despite the difficulties, Finland remains committed to keeping its peacekeeping forces in Lebanon. Finland's foreign ministry acknowledges that the current tensions reflect the complexity of the mission, as Hezbollah continues to operate in the restricted area. Finland is now facing the consequences of its own decisions as the owners of the Caruna electricity company have taken the country to court under the Energy Charter Treaty (ECT). This is the assessment of Professor Martti Koskaniemi, an international law expert, who believes Finland is taking its own poison. The ECT, also known as the Energy Charter, was signed in the 1990s to protect investments in the energy sector, especially fossil fuels. The treaty allows investors to sue governments if new regulations harm their interests. In Caruna's case, the dispute revolves around new Finnish regulations that have reduced profits from electricity transmission. However, major EU countries like Germany, France, and Spain have exited the treaty due to concerns about conflicts with climate goals and the lack of transparency in legal processes. Professor Koskaniemi criticizes Finland for maintaining its involvement in the ECT despite other nations leaving it. He argues that Finland should quickly withdraw from this outdated treaty to protect the rule of law and avoid financial risks for its citizens. The current situation puts Finland in a difficult position, as it must protect national interests while facing unintended consequences from a treaty it once supported. Recently, a series of thefts of processed food products occurred at a supermarket in Tampere, Finland. According to store owner Ari Rusarlo, the Riisumi's bread shelves are frequently empty, even though sales have not increased. After checking surveillance cameras without finding any evidence, he decided to place warning labels on the products. As a result, a thief who had been stealing the same type of bread for a month was caught. Products such as meat, fish, cheese, snacks, and cosmetics now have warning labels attached to prevent theft, as incidents have risen sharply. According to Rusarlo, supermarket thefts have significantly increased since the introduction of self-service payment systems. Thieves often use tricks like scanning the barcodes of cheaper items instead of more expensive ones. The Sivonen family from the Iksen-Varar region near Joensuu has encountered a bear 3 times in the past week. The first time, they were informed by neighbors; the second time, they managed to capture the bear on video. And the third time, they again saw the bear in their yard. The bear was attracted to the apple trees in the garden, and there have been many reports of bear sightings in the Joensuu area this summer. To deal with the situation, Sanna Sivonen adopted a unique method. She sang John Lennon's "Imagine" to scare the bear away. Researchers warn that young bears may return when they are older and potentially become dangerous. Heli Separlar, a caregiver in Heinolar, bought a vacation ownership share for just €2. Vacation ownership allows for the use of certain weeks or more at a tourist location. The previous owner could not sell the share due to lack of demand and the requirement to pay annual fees. Over the past year, Separlar purchased 3 vacation ownership shares, 2 in Sotkarmo and 1 in Paiharniemi, Kinio. The prices for these shares ranged from €60 to €180. However, buying shares cheaply doesn't mean they come without costs, as Separlar still has to pay annual maintenance fees ranging from €300 to €540. Nevertheless, she is satisfied with her purchases, as she can use them for her family vacations and rent them out when not in use. Vacation ownership shares are often seen as convenient travel solutions, but their value can decrease over time, making resale difficult. Today, Slämär, handmade notebooks that students exchange to ask each other about interests and feelings, is no longer as popular as it once was. When a group of high school students in Helsinki, including Luna Kansarnen, Merair Sario, Keisha Karsuler, Tyler Hopper, and Leo Mom, were introduced to a Slämär from the 2000s, they were both curious and skeptical. Slämär, similar to a friendship book, was a popular trend in Finland in the 1990s and 2000s. The students discovered that asking questions like, "Who do you like?" or "What's your favorite subject?" can be a fun way to bond with friends. However, when confronted with questions that asked them to rate others, they found it toxic. While the digital age has replaced Slämär with social media, many students still enjoy the fun of filling out information in the notebooks. Some even wanted to bring the trend back into their classrooms. Actor Eeritu Soilumo created a 3-hour solo performance that takes the audience through the colorful history of the city of Tampere. Soilumo, who once described Tampere as very heteronormative, uncovered a rich past of the LGBTQ+ community in his city. The performance, titled Tin Angels, begins at Eter Larpuisto, a former secret meeting place for gay men in the 1970s, and continues through various locations, from the first bar dedicated to the LGBTQ+ community to other historical spots connected to culture and personal freedom. Through this work, Soilumo aims to celebrate beautiful, positive stories of people living true to themselves, while not shying away from challenges like stigma and discrimination. The performance received considerable attention, with tickets sold out before the show's premiere. This year's Comedy Wildlife Photography Awards continues its search for the funniest wildlife photo of the year. Among the finalists is Finnish photographer Tarparni Linnainmarkki, with a picture of a sea eagle casually standing on ice. Linnainmarkki patiently waited by placing fish bait on the ice to attract birds. As a result, he captured this amusing moment. The competition selected around 40 outstanding photos, all of which are posted on the competition's website. These photos are not only humorous but also celebrate the natural beauty of animals in their most adorable moments. The Nations League match between Finland and England ended with a 3-1 victory for England. Jack Grealish opened the scoring for England in the 18th minute, followed by goals from Trent Alexander-Arnold and Declan Rice in the 74th and 84th minutes. Finland's only goal came from Eeritu Hoskonen in the 87th minute, as he headed in from a corner kick. Despite the loss, the Finnish national team fought with determination. Captain Lukas Radecki remarked that the team played with full effort and no one shirked responsibility. Radecki stated, "We gave it our all and will continue to strive in the upcoming matches." The team have 2 important matches left against Ireland and Greece, which will determine whether they face relegation to League C. If results do not improve, Finland could face a tough group in the upcoming World Cup qualifiers.